Israel has begun its military operation into Rafah after rejecting Hamas's ceasefire claim, calling it a deception. The world's eyes are now on the southern city in Gaza Strip, where more than 1 million Palestinians have taken refuge while fleeing war elsewhere in the territory. President Biden has repeatedly warned Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu not to go ahead with the Rafah offensive unless the IDF could secure the safety of the civilians, with the president repeating himself during a call earlier Monday. The announcement came shortly after Israel's war cabinet unanimously voted to proceed with the attack on Hamas's final stronghold in an effort to apply military pressure on the terror group, with the goal of making progress on freeing the hostages and the other war aims, Netanyahu's office said. The prime minister also slammed Hamas's latest truce offer as far from Israel's obligatory demands. Following Hamas chief's announcement that the terror group had accepted a ceasefire deal, Israel officials told multiple outlets that the deal presented to the terror group was a softened version of what was really on the table and is not being taken seriously by Jerusalem. One official told Reuters that the announcement was a clear ruse by the terror group to create backlash against Israel for refusing a deal, and officials told Khan TV that the announcement of a ceasefire agreement was a Hamas deception. Despite criticizing Hamas's move, Netanyahu's office said Israel is still sending a negotiation team to Cairo to exhaust the possibility of achieving an agreement on the terms that are acceptable to Israel. U.S. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said the U.S. does not support an intensified military operation in Rafah and believes negotiations in Cairo are the best ways to reach a ceasefire. Hamas's announcement triggered celebrations across Gaza, where Palestinians cheered and chanted Allahu Akbar in the streets over hopes of a ceasefire. Israel, however, has repeatedly rejected any ceasefire deals that call for an end to the war, with Netanyahu saying that the conflict will only end once Hamas has been eradicated and Gaza proves to no longer be a threat to the Jewish state. On Monday, thousands of Palestinians were seen fleeing Rafah after Israel issued warnings that it would start its operation. Prior to the Israeli military attack on Hamas's position in Gaza, UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Volker Turk warned that a battle in southern Gaza's most populous city would quickly prove to become a humanitarian nightmare. IDF spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagiri said that more than 100,000 Palestinians were told to flee eastern Rafah on Monday, and they were instructed to stay in humanitarian zones for the rest of the night, while others were told to run elsewhere in southern Gaza. Netanyahu has also agreed to keep the Keren Shalom crossing open to allow humanitarian aid to go through after its closing over the weekend.